What's up? We're back to more Z.A.T.O. This is the third and final episode, y'all. Hope everyone is having a good day. And I'm recording this on a Monday right now, right after work, so I might be a little tired. Maybe my nose is more stuffy than usual, if it not already is. I think it's like perpetually stuffy. I can't do anything about it. I need to get surgery to remove my nose from. um, but yeah, so. Oh, I have the game on silent. Let me get the music back on, y'all. There we go. That was a little bit too weird. But, yeah. What's up, y'all? But to summarize last episode, what is it again? We... How do I even summarize this? I don't even know. Let me get... Oh, here's some behind the scenes a little bit. I get to choose the stuff through here. I'm too lazy to hide it again. I had it where I could hide it, but let's get that up. I don't know what happened last time. Even if I explained, it was like 5 hours of content. But basically, if you didn't watch episode 1 or 2, for some reason, I don't know. I implore you, go watch it. There's probably like a card on top right somewhere where there is the playlist. But if you're just here to watch episode 3, like you want to see the ending, I guess, then yeah, you're here. To summarize what happened again, if you know, it's been a while. Sometimes I need to come back from games too and get a summary. So this is actually for myself too. We were going along with Marina. Because this girl named Ira, who stood up for us when we were getting bullied, basically Ira disappeared, and we were like, okay, let's go find her, me and Marina. And then Marina came up with this crackpot idea. Well, we're like, oh, well, what if... well, first of all, we were getting along with Marina for a bit, and then Marina's like, hey, what if Ira is somehow in our parents' house, and she's being held hostage there for some reason, and she brought our bully guy, which was, what was his name again? I don't even remember. It was yeah, I can't. We had our bully friend, her bully guy, because apparently these sweet childhood friends. He brought him over, and basically we went to Ira's house. Apparently there was a book there that she's supposed to get back, but it's not supposed to be there, but she had it back somehow through the codes of the world or some magic. And then we went to see a movie theater. We kind of freaked out, and then we went out. Also, another freak out we had was when we were into a car repair shop and something with Tasia and Sunday. But otherwise, after that whole thing, we kind of lost in contact with Marina. Then we went back to we heard Marina was sick, so we went to her house to try to see what was going on. And then when we went to her house, we heard this little clinking when she opened the door, and she really wanted to close the door. And we figured it out when we barged our way in through our psychomaniac episode. I don't know how else to call it. Basically, we found out that Marina and her brother have been holding Ira basically like in their home all the time, because she develops this symptom where, or this like her disease or something that developed to a point where she can only see the codes of the world and can't ignore them. And then and they're trying to get them to take the medicine to help, but the medicine she has taken for so long that it's not working anymore. And so all she can do now is tap on the glass with to write her name in Morse code, and she's been doing that forever, this entire time. And apparently Marina also went over at the same thing, but she got over it somehow. And there's not really like a case study of how people get over that. So yeah, and then afterwards we we remembered, oh yeah, we have a poem for Ira, and we'd say the poem. Somehow that breaks Ira out of this trance, and then she smiles. But then at that same point, the world takes over and she disintegrates into the great beyond or something like that. And we get to learn that apparently the research center in the town that Martin's brother works at is researching this greater world code that holds the world together. And for some reason, the world's in numbers and codes and stuff like that people can see, and people are the whole town is held by this code that somehow our main protagonist knows about and is like pretty okay with the entire time. And the brother comes over, asks her a bunch of questions, and we're like, nah, I'm good, dude, I don't want to take these medicines or whatever like that. And yeah, so I'm just kind of getting my head over of like, what does it mean? What are these codes? What are, like, do you mean like a fourth wall sense, like, oh, we're in a video game and then they're looking at us, you know? Is that why she's always looking at us? Like, is it a video game code, or is it like some kind of world code, or I don't know, but like they want to harness the code for become just like God or something like that. But yes, that's where we left off at, and so we're gonna get a bunch of answers. I heard episode 3 is a lot shorter than episode 2, so because episode 2 took me 5 hours. So if anyone gets through that, you're amazing. Otherwise, again, I highly recommend you play this game yourself, if you don't want to watch me, you know, play it all the way through for some reason. So, but you know, again, I always highly recommend you play the game. All right, but without further ado, let's go ahead and get ourselves back into it. Sit down, relax, grab a snack, drink, and enjoy the show. Today is a good day. Isn't that a silly sentence? You hear it all the time, but no one seems to realize how dumb it sounds. I guess it's one of those common tautologies like close proximity or end result. It's not that I'm irritated by it. I actually find it rather sweet. But even so, you should remember that each day is inherently good. Even if you feel a bit under the weather, it's a good day. Even if you miss somebody really badly, it's a good day. Even if everything around you is changing in a way you fail to understand, it's a good day. The fleeting feelings of a human can't change a day's intrinsic qualities, can they? Still, I think I'm justified in saying that today, because I'm drawing a comparison, you see. Today is good, obviously. There's no other way to define it. But tomorrow will be even better. Tomorrow, from 10:30 to 11, the sun will rise. Tomorrow at 10:30, the polar night will finally come to an end. And tomorrow at 10:30, I will be where I need to be. I can't wait. I can't wait. Oh, I think I remember his name now. It's Garen. We're the post-era era now. Your friend is not here today. Who? Who do you think? Your pit bull, then. Okay, that's spot on. The bright electric light above my head stops blinding me. My eyes don't hurt or water. It's white, artificial, pure white, but there's no power in it, no substance to speak of, nothing to affect me with. It is good as non-existent. Yeah, you don't have a boyfriend, right, Shabina? Why is that? Dude, look at her. Too real. Bro, come on, don't say that. What, you want to be her boyfriend? Hey, Shabina, want to go with Igor? There is nothing to be affected with. Wait, this kind of feels like that same dialogue as before. Like, is it the world repeating itself? but then like just without Garen. Interesting. The light? No, I'm not looking at the light. There is no light to look at. The tundra outside stretches for all eternity, but it's not like a sphere. It's like a corridor, an eternity with clearly defined margins. Funny how that's possible at all. You're just so full of contradictions. It's very cute. You know, that's good. It'd be pretty selfish if you stopped doing your homework altogether, yeah? We all rely on you, you know. Yeah, you're the best. You're so smart. What would you do without you? Hear that? The people need you, Shabina. We'll forgive you this time. Just don't get used to it. The tundra is an endless corridor. This city stretches its dimensions to their limit. This means the ceiling is only as low as the city allows it to be. The sky is only as tall as the city's tallest point. It's as if everything was set up from the start. Wait, that reminds me of what Marina's brother said in the last episode. The city is, because of all these like these contradictions or like these disturbances to like the force or some crap. Basically, the entire thing. Oh man. Yeah, that's the entire force. It's like being disturbed, and so it's the world is trying to come back to reality, like it's kind of heal itself, and that affected the whole town apparently because all these experiments were done on the research center. It's calling these services, and then the whole town is affected that way. So is it that the town has been set up back to the beginning? Like we've gone back in time, essentially, now, and now we're starting from the very beginning. I mean, not the very beginning. We're like kind of somewhere. And if so, how many times has this happened already? You know, that's the question. This is the first time. So, let's see. And then that brings in further the questions of like, is our protagonist the only one who remembers everything? They just kind of accepted it, and everyone doesn't. And this is the only like cycle that something new happened, and that's why she's so crazy about it. Or like first time Ira showed up. So let's see what these truths are. Unlikely, but it's nice to think about it that way. A bird flies past the window again and again. I used to count, but now I've stopped. I close my eyes and feel the hard wood of the chair beneath me. I'm Asya. Asya is my name. It only took 2 days. It's been 2 days since I visited Marina's apartment. The time flew by so fast, yet each hour felt like a year. I don't know how it works. A lot of things I've been pushing to the farthest corners of my mind have become harder to deny. Not that I have a reason to deny them. There's nothing bad about people casting shadows at irregular angles, or sounds and voices coming from the wrong direction, or branches moving the exact same way in sync, or memories replaying themselves differently each time, or me doing things I've already done, but never noticing it in the moment, only after. It's alright. Everything is falling into place. The schoolyard looks okay. Still cold, still loud, with kids still shooting snowballs from the hills, though I'm not sure what they're throwing at. The light is slightly off. It's a little too blue. Was it always this blue? It's a beautiful color. Marina and Vadim are just around the corner. They're both smoking. It's you. Marina. She doesn't talk. I see. Give me a second, y'all. Siri just activated. That's crazy, y'all. How is your family? What a pitiful face. I unbuttoned my coat and pulled a small bottle out of my apron. Here. Huh? My mom refused to take it. Then force her. I can't. What about you? I don't want them. Adam takes medicine from my hand. He dry swallows 2 pills right away. Marina. Hey. He taps her shoulder. She looks at him dazed. See this? Okay. He takes a cigarette out of her mouth and passes it to me. I don't smoke. Just hold it. He tries to open Marty's mouth a bit wider to slip the pill in. For a moment, it seems like she won't resist. Say, She shakes her head and slaps Fatim's hand away. He smiles faintly. Maya staying. Give the cigarette back to him. Sorry. I hug her and she hugs me back. Her hand reaches up and pats my hair. There's nothing to that gesture. It's like she moves on autopilot. That's okay. That's okay. In a way, I was thinking about this too when I finished episode 2. When Marina dropped down to the floor, she didn't cry or anything, but she did feel something. And that was like the change to her still feeling emotion, which stopped her from blocking out everything, which also made her vulnerable, I guess we can see now, to the code again. And now she's kind of in this despondent state, either from both losing Ira and also, you know, being open to that emotion again. At least that's what I think right now. But, let's see. The television is still on. I hear its quiet murmur from the living room. It was on in the morning, too. It was on yesterday. When was the last time it was off? I stand still by the glazed door. Matted glass makes it impossible to make anything out. All I can see is the bright glow of the TV framing my father's shadow. I don't want to open the door. I'm not going to open the door, but it's already half ajar. Mom isn't anywhere else in the flat. She must be in there. Yesterday, she kept asking me where Dad was again and again. I didn't tell her. But her sheets were all over the floor when I came back, as if she crawled out of bed and made her way towards the noise, towards the living room. Mom? 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 I should come in. I should come in and talk to her. To them. My hand reaches towards the handle. The TV... What's the program? I don't think I recognize the sound of it. It seems familiar, like a regular news broadcast. But I can't understand a single word. I close the door. I can still hear it faintly. It's okay. My breath is a little uneven. Why? It's okay. Sunrise is tomorrow. Right. Right. I'm Asya. Tomorrow is the best day of my life. Tomorrow. Tomorrow. My eyes snap open. What's the hour? I turn on the lamp. Okay. I wound up my alarm clock before bed, but that turned out to be unnecessary. In the end, I didn't get a wink of sleep. My heart wouldn't stop beating out of my chest, and my head buzzed like crazy. What a mess. It was like that the night before the school trip, too. It was really inconvenient. Oh well. I feel much calmer now. I wonder why. It's day X after all. Maybe it's a kind of acceptance. Yeah, I suppose. Whatever happens, happens. It's a dim winter morning. I sit in the kitchen waiting for the tea to brew. I've already ripped the top sheet off the calendar. December 28th. Has it been a year already? Oh, no. It's been like December 25th was last time, right? Yeah, I think we're not that far off. Just 3 days before New Year's. 3 days. I totally forgot to get a present for my parents. There's been so much stuff going on, it really slipped my mind. I'm just making excuses though. Not that it matters now, but... I stand up. Suddenly, I feel inclined to do something I really shouldn't. I know it's bad, but if I don't check it for now, then it'll be very sad, I think. I grab a stool and drag it out to the big wardrobe in the hallway. I found the spot by accident while looking for something a couple years ago. Up on the highest shelf, behind the shoe boxes, is where they hide my birthday presents. And the one for New Year's, I assume. I never checked the place after discovering it. Even though I was really curious sometimes, I didn't want to ruin the surprise. But this time... I see it. Colorful wrapper. For a second I hesitate. This is it. This is my New Year's gift. It feels so wrong looking at it this early. But... My hand reaches out and grabs the package. I giddily climb down from the stool. To my room. I don't want to tear the wrapping paper, so it takes a few minutes to open. Whatever is inside feels soft. Well, not really. Is it... Oh, I see. It's both hard and soft. 2 whole presents. Wow. First is a hardcover journal. I peek inside. Whoa. The paper is so good quality. It even has a little introduction page for me to write my name on. I really feel like writing something now. This is so cool. Huh? First page. The one right after introduction. It's missing. I didn't notice it at first, but upon closer look, it definitely feels like someone tore it out. But why? Another part of the present. I hold a pair of mittens in my hands. They're a soft cream color with a neat red pattern on the cuff. When I put them on, they're really warm. I pat my face with them. I stare down at the presents I've opened too early. I should write something in the journal, but I don't. I don't have the time. I can't come with a poem this quickly, and it takes me a while to draw anything good. Not that I'm all that good at drawing in the first place. Also, if you hear any background noise, that's okay, don't worry about it. What do I do? What did I do? I need to finish my tea, I need to go soon. Damn it, anything. Anything will do. I can't leave the journal blank. Mom wanted me to write in it, and she wanted me to have it. She bought it, she wrapped it to pretty paper. She hoped I liked it. I like it, and I really like it. I'm gonna use it. I'm gonna write in for as long as I can. I'm gonna write about how much I like it, and I'll write about how cool the hardcover is, and how smooth the paper feels, and I'll write about how soft and pretty the mittens are. I thought she gave up knitting a long time ago, though. But, well, maybe I just didn't notice, didn't care to ask. It's probably the case. I'm sorry. I'm sorry I never talked to you as much as I should have. Have we ever talked? We have, right? I'm not sure. I apologize to you again and again. I'll write 2 pages of apologies. No, 3. And I'll write about how grateful I am to you. I'll thank you many times there. And there has to be at least as many thanks you as there are sorries. Oh, and I still need to write more. And that's okay, I've got more to say. I'll write about how much I love you, too. That's gonna be a lot. It's gotta be... I'll list everything that I love about you. It'll be a little difficult at first, as embarrassing that is to admit. But I'll try. I'll really try. I love your cooking. Well, to be perfectly honest, I never liked the meals too much, but watching you cook always felt so nice. And I love when you talk about something with a smile. I can't remember the last time that happened though. But I know it did, and it made me happy. I love how pretty you are, especially when you put on that dress. You know, the flowery one. And I love how you asked me about my day and what I would like from the store. And I love it when you... My face is all red from how hard I'm thinking. My head's starting to hurt. Why is it so hard to come up with this stuff? Isn't it wrong? Shouldn't these things come naturally? Doesn't that make me a terrible child? It's like there's this border in my mind that I can't just cross, and all I can reach is the most surface level observations. As if everything beyond my immediate surroundings is swallowed up by an impenetrable darkness. It's like my memories are... Ah, that's right. Of course, that makes sense. I looked down the notebook. Despite my reservations, I managed to exhaust a good dozen pages. Skimming them now, my grammar isn't very good. It was never that bad, was it? Perhaps it's time I stopped. My hands feel sore. I shake my wrist and glance up at the clock. Crap. I really need to go. But it did feel so nice to write here. This really is a wonderful present. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. I love you. Signed, Asya. Signed Asya. My name is Asya. I closed the book and grabbed the mittens I've left on the bed. They're really lovely too. Of course, I'll wear them. I gotta get dressed. The tea must be cold by now, but that's for the best. I'll just down it quickly. Then I'll brush my teeth, brush my hair, make myself look decent, and then I'll be on my way. I'm kind of getting a intermission. I feel like Asya might be losing memories or doesn't remember stuff, so she's always trying to remind herself that it's her name. Is it keeping her sane in this world? And also, does she not care? But also, is she being affected actually by like this distortions and she's trying to reset her or something like that? It's very interesting to think about. And then also, did she actually rip out that page before? And was it for the poem for Ira, or where did that page come from? You know, why is it ripped out? And we might find out soon. So let's see if these questions will be answered. Luckily, it doesn't take that long. I step into my Valinki and take a last look down the hallway. The door to the living room is still closed. There are no shadows on the other side, just quiet static. I think that's okay. Bye, everyone. I leave my apartment. The door closes itself behind me. Everything is so quiet. It's still pretty early, I suppose. It's Sunday too. I went to school yesterday, which means it's Sunday. People don't get up early on the weekend. Oh, y'all go to school on Saturday? Dang. I guess the US is different. So that's why there aren't any. That's a good explanation. Even if it's wrong. Even if I know why nobody's around. Now, the town is gone. It's really true. The wound is closing. Soon, the world will heal. The sky is a lovely muted indigo. I wish the street lamps weren't on so that I could see it a little better. The sun will already come up by the time they're off. A pity, but there is also a lot of charm to how these street lights look at this time of day. Especially with all New Year's decorations. Just that I seem to have grown a little tired of the dark. Don't worry, it's only a little. I like how the yellow lights contrast with the blue. I like how snowflakes flicker under the burning beams. I like how snow mounds shimmer when they're just outside the rings of light. Actually, I want to get a better view. Can I really do this? I don't see why not. I look both ways, more out of habit than genuine caution. It's not like we had tons of cars driving through here before, did we? I mean, everything's pretty close. So the cars driving past were mostly outsiders coming in and out of the city. We didn't get too many of those, I believe. That's how it should have been, logically speaking. But that's how it was. I'm sorry, my head has been getting pretty foggy. Please bear with me. I quickly walk into the middle of the road. Asya. I'm Asya. My name is Asya. Right. The street. I've walked here all my life, but it looks so much broader now. I like this angle. It feels fresh. Walking down the road like that. No, I don't want to walk. It's childish, but my body feels like running. I've never flown in an airplane, but I've seen this on TV. They have these long tracks lined with guiding lights, just like the streets ahead, with street lamps on each side. It's pretty close, right? And just like a plane, I'm going to ascend above the clouds, up to the stratosphere and beyond. This is my landing strip. I'll spread my wings, and I'll rev my engine. And take off! What are you doing? I stumble and collapse into the snow. What? I shuffle to get back up to see the person who just spoke to me. That voice, that laugh, it can't be. Is that Tasia? Oh, that's fun. Watch where you're stepping, will ya? Tasia! My body moves on its own. Well there! I fling my arms around her. She laughs and spins me around. Tasia! Tasia, you're... Why... I missed you so much! Been a while, hasn't it? I can't stop giggling. It's hard to speak at all. Tasia's laughing too. We settle down to catch our breaths. I'm so happy you're here. I really thought I'd never see you again. right back at ya. Man, look at you now though. All grown up. You've also changed a bit. Your voice is different. Huh? Really? Yeah. Whoa. That's bonkers. I didn't notice at all. You still say that? What? Bonkers? You got a problem with bonkers? I don't. That's so. Tasia, I can't believe it. It's been 3 whole years. But it's also like no time has passed at all. She looks a little older, but her personality is just as I remembered it. So, where are you heading? Oh, I'm going to the research center. Huh? Why? I have something I need to do. It's important. Wow, so serious. Yeah. Wow, you're not gonna tell me what it is, are ya? Why, it's not really a secret. I'm gonna send a message to the world. A message? Like, love and peace? Kind of. Man. We meet at last and you decide to act all cryptic? Give me a break. Sorry. But you can tag along if you want. See everything for yourself. Well, why not just tell me? Wait, sure. Not like I have a choice. Hey. We walked down the empty road, chatting just like we did when we were children. I'm so happy. I just really couldn't imagine ever seeing her again. Talking to her, hearing her voice. Tasia, my memory of her seems so spotty at times, but I'm glad I was alright. I remember her right. Hey, how'd you been anyways? Good. I still ride and walk around. And I've met a lot of nice people. Yeah? Like, who? Well, where do I start? First, there were the guys at school. For a while, I didn't have any friends. Well, after you left. But then they started talking to me. And, they joke with me every day. There's this boy, Yeah, we talk with him sometimes. He, last week he bought me a soda. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Then there's Maria. Maria? You call her by her full name? No, not really. It just sounded natural for some reason. She's very popular, but she still finds time to talk to me, and we hang out a lot. She brought magazines to read with me. Oh, and we went to the cinema the other day. There was a Hollywood film showing. Whoa, sounds fun. What was the name? It was about a star, and my man scrambles for anything, even the vaguest memory of what the movie was. But it's like looking through the glass pane of a living room. Nothing but blurry shapes and muttering I can't decipher. You okay? Yes, I'm fine. Sorry, there's been a lot on my mind. Sure looks like it. But hey, you're a real socialite now, huh? Who would have thought? No, it's nothing like that. I mean, compared to how it used to be, I'm glad to hear it, really. I guess. Thank you. Well, maybe I shouldn't have come back at all. No. What are you saying, Tasia? Of course I'm kidding. Jeez, you're always so easy to tease. She ruffles my hair. You're mean. Yeah. Speaking of, the other kids aren't picking on you, are they? Picking? No, of course not. Well, you sure? If I wanted to bully someone, it feels like you'd be at the top of the list. No, seriously. The boys can get a little carried away with their games, but my friend never lets it get too far. Your friend? You mean Masha? No, not her. Another girl. Her name is Ira. Oh, Ira's really cool. She's amazing. She can come across a little unfriendly at first, and the way she talks is sort of rough, but she's a very kind person. And now that I think about it, you two are pretty alike. Well, if you say so. Wait, are you saying that I talk like a brute? I didn't say that. I said sort of rough. And I'm supposed to be the mean one. It's not bad though. I like that about you two. Ever heard the words backhanded compliment? No, really. I'm a little jealous. I wish I could talk like that sometimes. You know. Nah, never mind. Hey, you can't just do that. Spit it out. I said it's nothing. Forget about it. Come on. Tasia, please. For old time's sake. Don't make those eyes at me. Seriously. It's gonna sound bad. It's okay. You often say bad sounding things anyway. You. Fair enough. Alright, well. Stupid. She stretches her head and looks away. Yeah, Tasia is just as she's supposed to be. You're, kind of a wuss. Can't argue with that. So, when I was away, I kept thinking, man, she's probably having a real tough time over there. Those bastards better not touch her or else. And then, well, guess nothing happened, or nothing followed. No, else. Because, there's nothing I can do. I was so freaking mad. But, seeing you now, I'm calmer. You smile a lot more than before. Really? She nods. If those friends of yours are as great as you say they are, well, I guess I don't need to worry anymore. Tasia, don't say anything. I knew it would come out lame. It's not lame at all. I mean, your worries, I really was sad when you left. I don't remember it very well, but there's this pain in my chest whenever I think back to that time. I think for a long while. It was very hard for me. But then, little by little, I learned to be better because I realized something very important. That pain I felt when you left wouldn't go away by itself. It was my job to mend it. So that emptiness I felt, I decided to fill it with wonderful things. Wonderful things? Anything nice would do. A tasty meal, a warm blanket, a lovely book. But I was pretty bad at it when I first started. How so? I guess I was picky, really. I kept thinking, is this thing good enough to qualify? There's nothing special about it. It's not beautiful enough. It's not sweet enough. There's nothing wonderful about it at all. Well, nonsense like that. But if I kept thinking that way, that hole inside me would never get filled. Then I would never have enough. So, you're saying you lowered your standards? I wouldn't put it that way. I think I became more aware of myself. I thought about my place in the world. I thought about what really counts as wonderful. When you think wonderful, what does that word mean to you? Huh? Well, wonderful is wonderful. Something great or like extraordinarily good. Right. See, extraordinarily. And for something to be considered extraordinary, there needs to be an ordinary thing to serve as the base of comparison, right? Yeah, I guess. That empty space, the one I wanted to fill so badly, it was still part of me. So I came to realize, me, my mind and body, those are my baselines. I am the world's measuring standard. And when I worded that thought to myself, it was like my eyes finally opened. Everything suddenly became so clear. Everything in the world, it all became worthwhile. It all became extraordinary. It became wonderful. I used to live under the impression that I had the right to judge everything by some universal quantifier. It's true, there is a median value to everything, that perfect straight line that the whole world balances around. But what I failed to realize was that this median value, this idea of average, it was so far above me, so unreachably high, that the idea of me labeling anything as unremarkable became laughably brazen. I still had some trouble, but filling that emptiness became easier. So much easier. I didn't have to pick and choose anymore. So, please, don't worry about me anymore. To me, each day is brimming with wonderful things. So, have you filled it? That hole in your chest. I don't need to do that anymore. Because you're back. I have you here now. And I have my friends too. So, I'm not in the friend category anymore? No, that's not what I meant. I'm teasing, dummy. You still take everything to heart, huh? You just let off. Hey, gotta make up for that lost time. Anyways, Asya, listen, the stuff you said, that's just size. She looks like she's about to say something I'd rather not hear. Sorry, but I don't read this right now. Look, the complex. I run towards the entrance. Wait. For a second, I hesitate. What am I gonna say once I enter? They'll stare at me expectantly. I'd probably blurt out something weird. I'll make a total fool of myself. Then no, enough. That kind of thinking, that's just a force of habit. I know nothing of this will happen because... Easy there, jeez. Tasha looks over the door and the building's title plate. So, you're just gonna waltz into the place? Well, I'll give it a shot. The windows are all dark. Oh! It's open. Probably not gonna find anything nice. Let me take a water break as we hit into the conflicts, everybody. Trying to get the stuffiness out of me. I'm sorry if it shows up the mic. I'm not a professional at this, as you can see. It takes my eyes a couple of seconds to get used to the darkness. The hole, I haven't been here in so long. Interesting. It doesn't exactly feel familiar. You think there's like a light switch around here? Yeah, let's look. I found it. The room suddenly fills with light. Now, Tasia, please give a warning next time. Oops, sorry. I blinked to adjust my vision. Right. I don't recognize this place at all. I say it's been a long while, but it's only been 3 years. Everything from that time is still so hazy. Well, where to? Top floor. So, up the staircase? Alright. How about, grabbing a flashlight then? I don't want to search for light switches every time you climb a floor. Sure, but where'd you get it from? And the janitor should have one. I suppose. Empty janitor booth by the entrance is open as well. Tasia marches in and begins shamelessly rummaging through the drawers. I skim the rack. I'll probably need to get one to the roof, but for some reason I have the certainty that it won't be necessary. All the doors in the building are unlocked. I know this for a fact, but if you ask me why, I wouldn't have a satisfying answer. Not here. Not here. Oh, holy crap, check this out. She pulls out an outdated calendar. Every month has a bikini model to go along with it. That's great. It's foreign too. Is that, Lithuanian? I'm not sure. Looks like Mr. Jenner knew how to keep himself busy. Tasia, we don't have that much time. Yeah, I hear ya. Soon enough, she fishes out a flashlight from the box underneath the desk. Now we're prepared as it will ever be. Footsteps echo through the empty building. The first floor is still bright, but crossing to the second feels like diving into a pitch-black pool. At a bit of fiddling, Tasia shines a flashlight into the void ahead. The beam illuminates a statue by the wall. It's thin and wiry, but the shadows cast a rather intimidating shape. Are you scared? Me? No. I just, don't like this place. I think it's rather interesting. There's nothing interesting about it. Just a big old garbage bin. That's harsh. Well, that's too soft. Honestly, I know you're kinda like that, but, shouldn't you of all people be a tad more critical? Huh? Why? Well, they're the reason we got split up in the first place. Doesn't that make you, like, mad at all? I suppose, but I just don't remember it all too well. I see. I'm sorry. Don't worry about it. Just a bit surprised considering... well, whatever. Maybe it's for the best. Sorry. Apologize again, I'll kick you. Ugh. We kept going up and up and up. The sky outside the windows is starting to brighten, and it's still too dark to walk without a flashlight. I think I'd be really creeped out if Tasia weren't here with me. Sorry about that. Slight pause I did there really quick. I know I just said a line and then it suddenly cut. I went to go eat some hot pot. Hopefully that doesn't mess with my voice too much. But let's continue. I'm trying to get it all done today. In one sitting, hopefully. But yeah. Alright, let's keep on going. I think I said the line already, but I'll say it again. I think I'd be really creeped out if Tasia weren't here with me. Then again, maybe not. There's no way left to harm me after all. If I've made it this far, it means the universe has willed it. And if the universe has willed it, then I'm following a predetermined path. There's no point in facing or fearing a fate that's predetermined. I shouldn't be scared. I shouldn't be worried at all. But I watched the halo slide along the stairs and walls and railings, and I keep thinking of that scene from a cartoon, a really popular cartoon I can't recall the name of. the episode where they're stuck in a dark cargo hold, and the bunny makes scary shadow puppets against appear in the flashlight. It got me so spooked as a kid. Of course, I'm not afraid of things like that anymore. It's just a vague memory that keeps rattling around in my head, like a coin in the washer. It's a little irritating, but it's not worth dwelling on. Which reminds me, I know it's probably unpleasant for you, but yeah? Do you remember why you had to leave? That. Yeah, you don't have to if it makes you feel bad. Pissed is what it makes me. I don't remember what they called it exactly. Some scientific mumbo jumbo. Osmotic distortion this, osmotic distortion that. I guess the fact that I exist didn't sit well with them. What? That's terrible. Man, it really just got on my nerves. Like, you were all up in the arms about it too. I imagine. Sorry. Seems like I couldn't do anything in the end. Well, you did everything you could. Honestly, I'm kind of surprised they didn't let you go after all that. What do you mean? Your ability. Huh? You know, like, willing things into existence. Oh, hey, don't quote me on that, alright? I'm oversimplifying things, and, it was all pretty complicated, you know? Not like, all your wishes came true or whatever, but, essentially, they said you had the potential to cause big distortions. Big distortions. That's... I'll hold my head. Right. That does sound about right. Something like that. I've heard something like that before. 3 years ago. No, not just then. Long after I've heard very similar words. I've known someone who said, someone who wanted to create a distortion but failed. Because they said you were one of them. Distortions? Pretty much. I think I took some off some sort of radar. I see. That rings a bell. A bell I can just barely hear. An office. Wires. Someone talking to me in a friendly voice. It's also dark. It's impenetrable. I feel as if I'm trying to illuminate a ballroom with a matchstick. Damn it. Do you remember anything after that? After you left? Yeah. Aside from the stuff you already told me. Well, I furrowed my brows. After Tasia left, after she left, what happened right after she left? All I recall is, all I can remember is the feeling of deep despair. Jeez, it's fine. You look like you're gonna pop a vein. I'm sorry, it's just really hard. I feel like I'm just about to grasp it, but it slips away. It slips into this awful feeling, like I've lost all hope. Well, who cares if you don't remember the details? I'm here now, yeah? Yeah, I'm really happy about that. I got that the first time. Oh, look. What, like some kind of like ancient beings or something? What is that all about? Ah, the mural. I remember it. So that head of yours ain't completely empty. It's not like I got this stuff on purpose. Well, I can never be too sure with you. You're just being mean. Sorry. I approach the wall, my fingers trace the ridges of the mosaic. It's so cold. I feel like I'm repeating movements. My eyes are drawn to the large window panes just to the right. It's already. A light pink glow emanates from the far-off mountain ridge. So, we don't need a flashlight anymore. Tasia plops into the armchair, switching it off. I think I know why they let me go. Yeah? Why? Because I wasn't special. I can't tell you exactly how I know, but I think everyone is able to do it. To create these irregularities. That's so. It's just a feeling I have. My memory's spotty after all. But I figure it works like this. Distortions grow with belief. So the more people are involved, the easier they are to stabilize. Maybe some people just don't need as much outsider help to make them stick. Some even cause them unintentionally. Like you. Probably, yes. If my ability is what you say it is. But it exists in every living being. Must just don't realize it for some reason. Well, then it's better to stay that way. You think so? Sorry. Yep. Or else, yeah, you get this. She gestures around the hall. The complex. The complex. The people. The whole frickin' city. Everything just gets twisted. There are things in the world not meant for humans. Most have that mental barrier for a reason. But what about you? You probably wouldn't exist if it weren't for this. What are you talking about? Of course I would. You just call me by another name. Huh? I mean, I'd still be Tasia. You simply wouldn't label me as a distortion. I never call you something like that. Well, that's just a scientific term. Deny it all you want, that's just how the world defines me. I don't care about all that. You're a friend of me. You always will be. Yeah, sure. That's nice of you. But that's not what I'm getting at. To be frank, I don't think there's anything wrong with the whole distortion label. I just hate being grouped into the stuff they hate doing here. Huh? The distortions produced by this place are nothing like me. They're too calculated. Too institutional. But I was born from a wish made in earnest. If both of us had never known these rules, what the world deems as balance or unbalanced, I'd still exist. You just call me a miracle. Ew. Forget I put it like that, okay? I don't think there's anything wrong with that. But did I ever tell you about it? About the world always rebalancing itself. I know this, but how do you... What they're doing here is a crime. Not just against the stability of the universe or whatever. I couldn't care less about that. It's an insult to everyone's hopes and prayers. Because whatever change they're trying to enact comes from a mandate, not the heart. This great distortion, irregularity, whatever you call it. It's not a sin itself. There's cynicism behind it. Tasia sighs and he reclines back in the armchair. I don't have anything to argue with. I see. I thought I've reached the very end. Didn't think I could fall any deeper in love. Not at this point. And yet here I am. So it turns out you're quite the romantic. So, pure of heart, huh? Do you have a heart? Not in the traditional sense, of course, but it doesn't matter. Whatever passes for a heart in you, I hope my message reaches it. The glow keeps getting brighter. I check the clock on the wall. Tasia, we have 30 minutes left. Let's go. Yes, sir. Finding the exit to the roof doesn't take long. Just a separate staircase down the hallway. I press on the handle. No resistance. Guess I was correct. There's no need for keys anymore. Of course there isn't. Everything is becoming right. Everything is returning to its most natural state. All of the lock values have been reset to 0. What is the default state of a lock? It's being opened. Bright. It's so bright outside. I blink a little. Yeah. If this was summertime, I think I would get blinded. Little by little, my vision adjusts. I blink again, just staring straight ahead, and then I see it. There's the morning light. Pink haze sprawls over the vast horizon. It fades into the softest yellow hue, then into cyan, then into a sleepy purple shade. The darkness is now far behind, retreating back into the icy tundra. And the city rests below. What was its name again? I suppose that isn't important anymore. I forgot this thing is very loud, and I'm going to turn it down just a bit, boys. Okay, I think that's good enough. Oh, good. 22. Okay. The streetlights are already off. The roads are clean and quiet. The windows of the blocks burn pink. Everything's silent. Everything's at ease. And right above me, stretching up into the soft violet sky, is the radio tower. Ah, the snow. Huh? It's falling upwards. I take a look around. Whoa, you're right. I didn't even notice. The white flakes split off from the snowing mounds and calmly float up to the heavens. Oh yeah, it is. How cute. Everyone's going home. I stretch my arms out. The snow coats the bottom of my mittens. By the way, you still afraid of heights? Huh? No, not really. They were never that scary. Oh yeah. How about the time at the Ferris wheel? I was 9. Well, look at you now. I remembered. I remembered that. You sure did. Your memory's real selective, huh? And merciless. No, actually, a lot of things are suddenly much clearer. Yeah. Yes, they're not good things, but I see. I see. I've used up all the matches, Tasia, you gave me. The dark ballroom. The massive hall I couldn't hope to ever illuminate in full. Thin morning light began to creep in through the windows. The corners are still drenched in darkness. The shadows cast by the columns, rows of splat-back chairs, and drapery are still the same impenetrable black. But I can finally see around me. I see where I am. The lovely pattern on the marble floor. The beautiful, exotic vases. The dozens of paintings lining the walls. Ha! There I go again. Ballroom? Lavish decor? Who am I kidding? The place that I struggled so hard to see was no more than a stuffy little room. The morning light shines through a concrete crack, not through an arched window. The beam falls not on marble, but onto, well, there isn't much to fall on. My own pathetic figure rotting on the floor, crying for Tasia. The smell of gasoline inside a pitch-black body shop. A shattered window leaving painful cuts. Apologizing to everyone's parents. My dad getting fed up with my hysterics. My mother's sad, embarrassed face. It's all just so boring. Sorry. What for? You asked if I remember anything from right after you went away. So? It's not even worth talking about. You already knew that, right? Yeah. You're still gonna do it? Of course. That doesn't change anything. Glad to hear that. Well then, up we go? I nod. Up we go. I hate to admit it, but looking up through the metal railings makes me a bit nervous. I grab onto the service ladder and give it a shake just to make sure. Seems very stable. Not even a rattle. That's good. I mean, of course, it should be safe. This place had to be well maintained. And relatively speaking, the climb isn't all that high. There are much taller radio towers out there. Even if I had to climb one of those, it wouldn't be a problem. I'm really not afraid of heights. I wasn't lying. I wouldn't be scared. You alright? Yes, all good. What am I doing? At this point, I have no right to hesitate. I step onto the ladder and begin to climb. Tasya follows suit. Clank, 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 clank. My boots aren't exactly made for this. Gotta be careful not to slip. I didn't think of it at first, but now that I'm a dozen meters above the floor of a roof, my cold in my hands is becoming harder to ignore. Even with mittens on, it's freezing to the touch. Must be the thin layer of ice wetting the wool. Oh well. Letting go isn't an option, and neither is climbing down. You holding up okay? Yes, I'm fine. You sure? You seem getting tired. I'm okay. Listen. We both know you're a wimp, alright? No use in playing it tough. So, let's chill if you just wanna... I said I'm fine. Clank, 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 clank. You... Clank, 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 clank. So, you changed after all, haven't you? Clank, 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 clank. What do you mean? I'm not sure. It just feels like it. Clank, 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 clank. Keep looking up. Up. Only up. We're halfway there already. I can see the platform getting bigger. Looking to the side is a distraction. Looking down is punishable by firing squad. If I look down, I will be executed. No, worse. They'll send me very far away. No. I don't want to go far away. I don't want to look down. I don't want to meet eyes with her. You, yes? Do you have, like, a script prepared for your message? My message? Yeah. No, there's no script. So, you're just gonna scream whatever pops in your head? Something like that. Clank, 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 clank. My message. Perhaps I should have brought a note. Not because it was ever meant to be verbose or anything. No, I wanted to make it short and to the point right from the start. At least, it sounds like something I would want, knowing myself. Knowing me. The longer I go, and the higher I climb, the more confused I feel. It's pretty stupid. I know sometimes I'd walk into the room looking for something, but forget what I came for right away. It's just like that. Something that was so obvious to me 2 steps ago is now a mystery. So I rewind and try to carefully trace my path. But I'm already 2 steps above. And while my mind was busy trying to recover missing fragments, more slipped out. Clank, 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 clank. I can't afford to get distracted, so I'll get back to my point. The point I was making. Right. I don't need a script. It'd be nice to have a note in retrospect. What with me being all dumb and woozy, but even now, I'm not too worried about messing up the words. They don't matter that much. They're only vessels. Those are important for any message, of course. But when the emotion that overwhelms me is so strong, I'm sure that it can reach its destination no matter the form. It's strange. It seems like so much is slipping away. Slipping. But this one feeling hasn't diminished a bit. It's like every cell of my body is a buzz. And in my head, the blank spaces that won't stop forming don't remain empty for long. Because the feeling, this warm, wonderful emotion comes pouring in and fills them up to the brim. It's really, really lovely. Clank, 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 clank. I cover my face. It's so windy up here. I hope my scarf doesn't get caught on anything. I crawl up to the platform and immediately slouch against the tall antenna. The ache that's been numbing my arms and legs for a good portion of the climb has suddenly become very apparent. Hey, past me. Would it really be so hard to exercise once in a while? Finally! The girl crawls out behind me. At least she's high on the energy. Man, is it breezy here or what? Her eyes are glued to the view in the front. What's that expression? I can't blame her though. It's breathtaking. Whoa! Are you seeing this? Yeah. This is bonkers. Bonkers! You're not reacting at all. Come on. Everything's so tiny. I can see so far. It's really beautiful. I'm just a little tired. Give me a minute. Her voice is drowned out by the howling wind. She laughs. The rising snow is visually pelting her face, but she doesn't seem to care. She's running back and forth around the platform, giggling and screaming profanities as loud as she can. She's so happy. That makes me happy too. I stand and swipe the snow off the back of my coat. The clumps detach and float into the sky. The sky. It feels so close. I reach my hand up and... yeah, no. I'm not tall enough. Of course, there's the antenna right beside me. That's the peak propping up the sky. So around 5 more meters until I'm able to make contact. I don't think I can climb it though. There's nothing to grab onto. And frankly, I'm too tired to try. Hey. I call to the girl. What's up? Come here. It's about time. No! She skitters closer, still wearing a huge grin on her face. I fix the scarf around her neck. It's cold. Cover up a little. You still worry about that? Don't pout. I don't want you to catch anything, that's all. She lets out a sigh of resignation. Are you my mom or something? I could be. You never know. No way. Why not? You look too young. Maybe I'm blessed with youthful looks. Then where's my dad then? Dead. I poisoned him. Scary! It's rising. Ah. Light. White, blinding light emerges from the endless mountain ridge. The jagged line of the horizon catches fire. It's burning high and wide in red, orange, and pink in the most painful shades the human eyes can see. The flames are caught by the howling wind and start to spread across the melting fields of snow. closer and closer, closer and closer, until I turn my head. The figure of the girl beside me is bathed in the violent morning rays. Her hair is the same color as the blazing morning hills. Her face is so familiar and warm, it makes my chest hurt. Your name. What's your name? Huh? She turns. I feel as if my body, my entire world, has reached a boiling point. Your name. Who are you? Oh, sorry, I'm not sure. You are? I see. That's okay. Okay. Mm-hmm. It's alright if you don't remember. It's probably not important. You really think so? Yes. Because I feel like I've known you for a very long time. Me too. That's wonderful. And there's nothing to worry about, right? I guess. I guess so. It's just that, What's wrong? I feel like I had something very important to do. A message. I think I was supposed to send a message. A message? Like a transmission? Probably, yeah. Since we're on top of a radio tower. Yeah. That makes sense. What's the transmission? I don't know. But I can sense it. There's this feeling I need to get through no matter what. Oh, okay. That's good. Then who are you sending the message to? It's for... I look around. The endless tundra wraps around the globe. The western front looks cold and dark, but soon the fire will spread over the surface of the earth and fill the sky. The little town below is already engulfed. The metal tower is red from the heat, like a blade ready to laid against an anvil. Little by little, everything burns up. In a few moments, the entire planet will combust. The sun keeps rising, the days breaking on the searing peaks. The girl I know is smiling at me. This girl I know. This girl... How many times have I seen her face? How many times has she seen mine? I can't say. I really can't remember. But I know her better than any other person on planet Earth. And I think she knows me better than anyone too. I know her eyes have seen me at my worst. And I can only hope they've seen me at my best. Is my best enough to outweigh my worst? I wish I knew. But she's still here with me. Even after witnessing my lowest, most embarrassing, most disgusting moments, she's still giving me such an earnest smile. The person closest to me. The person standing in the ring of fire. My best friend in the whole entire world. Is something wrong? No, not at all. I shake my head. Who's my message for? There is only one reasonable answer. I have something to tell you. What? That's right. I have a transmission for you. So, get your receivers ready. Me? Yep. All right. Transmission starting. In 3, 2, Wait, I mean, okay, I'm listening. I'm on the line. One. December 28th, 1986. The polar night over all districts of Vorkuta, including the towns of Bogashor, Klomovsky, Molda, Oktorsky, Brominshny, Yeleski, Verdny, Zaporny, and the closed city of Vorkuta 5 has officially ended. A complete failure to establish contact with Vorkuta 5 via landline, radio, or telegraph was registered by municipal authorities in Vorkuta during the late morning hours. At 11 Moscow Standard Time, a KGB investigative unit, accompanied by a military escort, confirmed arrival at a designated location. No personnel were present at any of the city's checkpoint gates. Over the subsequent hours, the deployed unit conducted a comprehensive survey of the area and was unable to identify any trace of human or animal presence. All residential and administrative buildings were found unsecured, with no evidence of forced entry, disorder, or signs indicative of panic or evacuation. Additional military detachments were deployed to secure the perimeter and conduct further inspection. A contingent of government officials and technical commission was dispatched to retrieve confidential documentation and sensitive materials from the local research complex. All documents related to classified work on structural dynamics have since been transferred to the USSR State Archive. A continuous radio transmission originating from the town's communication tower was located and disabled. The intent of the transmission remains undetermined. While the broadcast could be interpreted as a malicious hijacking, the surrounding circumstances prohibit such a conclusion at this time. Public discourse of the event has been withheld. Close relatives of missing Vorkuta 5 residents have been issued monetary compensation in the amount of 200 rubles per case. Addendum. Unverified civilian reports indicate that the aforementioned transmission continues to be intermittently received across various locations in the Komi Republic, despite full shutdown of city infrastructure. The signal was most clearly detected between 10:30 and 11 Moscow Standard Time. The transmission consists of a repeated phrase in Morse code, the content of which remains under review. Okay. And pause. Come on. You're so freaking slow, man. Damn it, give me a second. Huh? Should have done that myself. Would have been faster, I bet. What? You know it's true. What? Well, This is a joke, or... Because you really... The message, idiot. That's what it says. Oh. Huh. You serious? Yes. Look. Oh. Real funny. Z.A.T.O. I love the world and everything in it. Story, art, and game by Fairy. And all this royalty-free music. Oh my god. I gotta drink to that. By the way, the final transition, the final Morse code is "I love you." Wow. What a game. No, we're gonna see some sketchbooks. Oh. Asha Shubina, Ira Gacheskaya, Marin Kaplan. I see, nice designs. Looking pretty good. More period accurate. On the stability of closed signal. That's amazing. Tempa! All the sketches of everything. Action become a British American husband. Obligatory gender band? Oh no. Wow. Okay, so that was Z.A.T.O. Z-A-T-O. I love the world and everything in it. I still don't know what Z.A.T.O. stands for. But who cares? It's beautiful by itself. Oh man. Someone told me this would be a very interpretive ending, and I guess this is as interpretive you can get. So to recap, we know the world is like dying, and or like the town is like going away and resetting, and then the only people who know about it are Z.A.T.O and Asya and a couple people in the research center who are taking the pills. And everyone just sort of disappeared in Vorkuta 5 at the very end. Restored by the distortion, I believe. We saw we heard like the remnants of it, I guess, and I guess there is a supernatural element to it. So like, it's not it is grounded in reality into that it is supernatural. And everything that is in there is like happening. So I'm guessing, to put it all together, it is a innate feature of all beings within this universe, of Z.A.T.O's universe, that you have will over what you want to do in life, in kind of free will, and that is also in conjunction with the state of the world. And somehow you reach this point where you can realize you have that free will, and then you have a power to create distortions within the natural order of the world, and that causes it to try to recorrect that. But also, by realizing you have that power, it can give you that paralysis of the code, knowing you can change stuff, knowing you can do stuff. And so people fall into this sort of daze, which is like knowing the code or whatever. Osmotic distortion is what they called it in the research center. And by the time that Asya finds Ira, this giant distortion is already trying to consume the town, and Ira goes first, and everyone else just follows apart. And Asya, since she already has accepted the natural state of the world, stays sane until the very end, where everyone disappears, and is able to send out her signal to the radio tower and become one with the world, I guess. in that way. If you think in that supernatural way, because that's within the world's logic, and she became one with the world and everything in it. Who is Tasya? Who is, everything? I think Tasya is maybe an imaginary friend that Asya came up with to deal with all the bullying and all the stuff in that town at the time, or to deal with life. It's like a friend before Era and stuff like that. And Tasya went away. Well, Tasya went away or something like that because of whatever supernatural thing. And when Tasya comes back, it might be just a recreation of Tasya, wielded by Asya. And so, in a way, maybe Tasya is a imaginary friend, or she was a real friend that went away. But the Tasya that comes back is most likely a representation of, or maybe it is a real friend, or it is a representation of our protagonist Asya also, and like a different side of what she wants to be, what she needs. Because when she goes up into the tower, their names are removed, and they both known each other for a very long time. And in a way, they could either be, if we take the interpretive meaning of they are both real people, then they see mirrors of each other within each other. But if we take it in the more where Tasya is like the projection of Asya, because at the end we see this projection is for you, which is a girl, and Tasya kind of does look like Asya, and so like maybe we can go look in a way, like maybe they're not too close because she has like this shorter hair, but maybe we like change perspectives here too. I'm not too sure. But yeah, so it is like the mirror we have. So in this case, it could be Asya saying, finally, because of this entire story, she puts herself down. She is worthless to everything in the world and worthless to all this stuff. And that's why she can find everything so beautiful. But when she is finally going to become part of the universe and everything in it, she also reaches the understanding that she finally likes herself because she's become one with it. And that is the I love you at the very end, I guess. The acceptance of herself, and maybe in a sick way, acceptance into the disintegration, into the higher state of being, I guess. At the end, I guess it's like kind of like a self-love thing, It's like from seeing in the philosophical standpoint of liking everything based on the standards of yourself, and you put yourself on the lowest standards and everything else in the highest. That's a way of trying to deal with some stuff in life, such as trying to make sense of all the irrationality and the bad things in the world. But then the very end, she sorts of kind of accepts herself, kind of not accepts herself. It's kind of a weird love there. She didn't fix anything, but I guess by coming to terms with Era, she comes in terms with herself at the very end. So very interpretive ending. You can take it however you want it. I love the art style. I love the music, except the ones that like blast in your ear. Very, very good choices and very likable characters that we get to see. Like, Yeah, very few of them, but very well fleshed out. Some of them. Now, crackpot theory, could we say that everything in the town is made by Asya? Is everything just Asya has some kind of psychic powers that makes people or do stuff? Because, you know, we see that, you know, oh, I wouldn't be here if it wasn't for you. So like that Tasya said about to Asya and stuff like that. I don't know. You know, we joke about being the mother, about Asya being the mother of Tasya. Yeah, I mean, that's could be foreshadowing. I mean, this game does like doing this kind of opposite foreshadowings. You know. It is interesting to think about. I think it was really a nice experience to go through all of that. Of course, I would like to expand on it and see more of the world and message of it, but I think in its course, other than like the sharp turn into the supernatural, I think it was pretty beautiful. I wish this kind of like from chapter 2's like supernatural into chapter 3, I feel like there should have been a 4th chapter, some extension to it where we really dig deep into this supernatural state and what does that mean for the mind? What does that mean to accept the world? What is the code? What is, you know, really explore more about the inner state of being within ourselves, you know, within the person, within the characters. And I wanted to see more of Asya's kind of like development. Like, yeah, we kind of went through like a whole character arc, but I feel like there's more to that could have been told after acceptance, because I feel like maybe she did accept it, maybe, I mean, obviously she disintegrated into the world, maybe. But there is like an alternate story here that can be told still, that's open, and I feel like it would be a very interesting one to develop. But that's for somebody else to do, I guess. It's up to ARMS. But yeah, usually I have like interludes of like what this reminds me of to something. I guess to me, I kind of relate to it as in, I don't know if it sounds weird, but I used to be a type of person back in like middle school where I would dissociate really hard because life was really tough for a couple of things, you know, and I won't get into specifics about it, but I would walk around some days in cold nights or whatever, and I would basically even talk to myself in my head in third person because it's just how much I was associating. It's like, I did this, he did this, and stuff like this. I'm not even like he touched the table, he sat on the bus, stuff like that. Just kind of looking away from the reality of the world for a long time. It's hard to accept the world around you sometimes when things are really tough. And that leads to inaction and it leads to a lot of stuff, but it saves you in a way, but also you lose control of yourself and you gotta take it back. I don't think that way anymore, but it is definitely a choice that I can and a thing that I can relate with this game about. It's just like of dissociating, and then I also have like this kind of like idea of like loving the world and everything in it, and I actually felt the same way too for a while, of this kind of love for everything and everything in it, in like a kind of like a God sense way, I guess. It's like at some point there's so much stuff happening to you that you're just gonna go crazy and you say everything is good, everything's, you know, beautiful. And I think a lot of things are beautiful in the world, and I do think I do love the world and everything in it in a kind of very microscopic sense, like I zoom very out of macro level, you know, like the concept of everything is very beautiful, and I agree with the philosophy there. Of course, on a micro scale and whatnot, I got qualms and stuff every time, like any other person. So overall, good game, good experience. Yeah. Don't know what else to say, but hopefully I can get more visual novels out. Maybe I'll do you, me, and her, and existence, something like that. Heard that's more philosophical. Uh, not too much of a philosophical person. Like I can get to like the weeds, but like I don't know like any like philosophers. I can talk about like philosophy all day from whatever I think. But overall, nah, you know, I'm not gonna have a constructive conversation. Yeah, what did you guys think about it? If you've watched all 3 episodes, or if you already completed the game, let me know down in the comments if watch all the way through. Or you know, if you know me, just give me a message. Send your message directly to me through the radio tower. You don't have to. It doesn't have to be a confession of love. It should be whatever. But yeah, it's super cool, super cool. Beautiful game, really. All right, thanks so much for watching. Hope everyone has an amazing day and an amazing week. We'll see when I will upload again, and it will show up on your feed whenever it gets done. All right, signing off, y'all. It's been Sounides. Peace. Bye bye.